Bayonetta, Bayonetta, Bayonetta. Finally got it. Finally got it. Got my Bayonetta. Got my Bayonetta. Full disclosure, it's not my physical copy of Bayonetta on the Switch. It's my digital copy that came with my rare 2018 copy of Bayonetta 2 that came with a digital download of Bayonetta 1. I was kind of iffy on if it was going to work or not because it was an open box, but the eBay seller had good reviews, and the box was in good shape. I'm going to give him good feedback. And the code worked, so we are good. And we are playing Bayonetta. Why did I buy also the physical version of Bayonetta 1? Just because I want to have in my little Nintendo Switch pocketbook every physical copy of Bayonetta. I'll show the little pocketbook. Wow, that looks great. It's my first time experiencing Bayonetta 1 on the Switch. I've never seen it on there before. Here, yeah, I want to fill out this whole pocketbook. I get my Bayonetta 1 on probably tomorrow. Here's Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3, and there's a little spot for Bayonetta 1. So I gotta have Bayonetta 1 in there too. It's only $40, so you know it's worth it just to have a full physical Bayonetta collection. I made an unboxing video of Bayonetta 3 I just posted up. I'm not going to make an unboxing video of Bayonetta 2 because it was already opened and someone could have licked it in the past 7 years, and I don't want to take that risk of licking a pre-licked Bayonetta cartridge or card. That's what they call Nintendo Switch games, cards. They're not cartridges, they're cards. But I like to think of them as cartridges because I like to think of myself as playing a cartridge. So ill prepared for making this video, it's just kind of starting off on the wrong foot. I had to get myself some water to drink. Yeah, I just went into the Nintendo eShop, typed in the download code, a 7-year download code, and it worked. Downloaded it right to my system, and you know, as long as the eShop is up and running, I'll always be able to re-download it on any Switch I have. I have a Switch 1 OLED in my room, so I'll be able to play Bayonetta without even having to get up. And put my card, my game card into the system. It'll be right there on the system. It's a virtual game card. So I can't play it on both systems at the same time. I'll have to move the virtual game card from one system to another. But looks like Nintendo's new gimmick. Virtual game cards. Yeah, we want normal difficulty. Like I said in my last video, I want to figure out this combo system. So this is gonna be, I think, my first time playing Bayonetta on normal mode. But on the Switch, it's in 720p, 60 frames per second. This is saying it's 1440p. But I think that's just the game card itself, because it would be in 4K if it was just plugged directly into the or the game capture device. It'd be in 4K if it was directly plugged into the good HDMI, but I think when it's in the capture card, it goes in 1440p, but I think it's in 720p anyway, nonetheless. So whatever. But I don't know if it's all in my head, but this looks better than the PS4 version to me. I don't know. But yeah, speaking of the Nintendo eShop, I wasn't able to, when I first got my Switch 2, I wasn't able to buy anything with my credit card or my debit card off anything on the Nintendo eShop. I guess because it's like from Japan, because I always get an international service charge. Because I connected it to my PayPal account. Unfortunately, I no longer have a PayPal account. So I was really afraid that I wouldn't be able to buy any more games on Nintendo eShop, but I tried out my debit card today on a highly discounted copy of Double Dragon Gaiden, which is like Double Dragon mixed with River City Ransom. I'm not a big fan so far. I didn't play it for very long, but I'm not a big fan so far. I played it with my Super Nintendo controller and my Sega Genesis controller. And the Sega Genesis controller, the rumble feature does work on it. That's about as much good things I can say about it right now. Yeah, this looks more colorful than the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3 version, and the Steam version. I think this is you know, I've seen some videos saying it's optimized. This is the best way to enjoy Bayonetta 1, is on the Switch 2, using the Switch version. I believe it, because you can like dress up as Princess Peach, Samus, and stuff. I'm not sure how to do that. I didn't start off doing that right away. Maybe I'll switch mid-game into that. But yeah, I don't have a PayPal account anymore. It's been 10 years. I went back and I looked. And it's been 10 years since I committed this crime. I believe it's federal wire fraud. And a local Indiana wire fraud. And the statute of limitations is 5 years for federal wire fraud and 10 years for the state of Indiana for wire fraud. So if it affects a financial institution, and I believe it did affect my financial institution, my bank in Florida, my bank at my college, my first ever bank account. How did this happen? Well, I was manic 10 years ago, and I thought the spirit of Lilith, the Adam's first wife in the Garden of Eden, who would not submit to him, so she became a demon or something. I thought at the time, oh, okay, you can change the costume. Oops. Costume change. Okay, so the spirit of Lilith told me, whoa, Link, Zelda, Princess Peach. I don't know, is that Princess Daisy? I kind of want to be Zelda, but I do like sexy Peach. But we won't be a sexist pig. I'll be Zelda. I'll be Zelda Bayonetta. Yeah, but Lilith told me to to buy like 15 pairs of shoes off the Vans website with my PayPal account. And I had that PayPal account for so many years, or maybe my eBay account for so many years, that they agreed to let me pay for things and wait until it was already shipped. And I received the item until I was charged for it. So I was like, I'll just buy a bunch of shoes and let the wire transfer bounce in my bank. I have a new bank. I spent all my money that I was having transferred into that college bank. I spent all of my inheritance buying my house. Fuck it. For some reason, it didn't work with the Vans website. So instead, I bought PS4 for Scott Jackman for his wedding, a $3,000 skateboard ramp from OC Ramps, a music production console. I think that's what it stands for. Music MPC by At.I. It's for making beats. I never figured out how to use it. It's still in my closet. I figured out kind of how to use it, but it took me a really long time. That shit's fucking hard. Respect to anyone that knows how to use an MPC, because that shit's fucking hard. And I'm going to learn one day. One day I'm going to learn. And I bought a crossbow. And I looked back at my YouTube channel, and I had a video posted on November 12th with the crossbow. So today's November 11th. So I bought all that shit at least like a week before I posted that video. So it's been 10 years in Indiana for the wire fraud, and way past 5 years for the federal wire fraud. I'm a lot more worried about the federal case than the local case, because federal crime, you get convicted no matter what. It's like getting arrested in Japan. They have like a 99% conviction rate. But my friend Lauren, I didn't even know that Bandcamp did this, but it told me that my friend Lauren bought my album on Bandcamp the other day. She's the only person that ever saw my musical vision. She really liked my album. No one else ever saw my vision except for Lauren. I haven't spoken to her in like a year and a half. She was going out with my friend Pete, that I haven't talked to in a year and a half either, because he grabbed my crotch. Mad at him for that. But I don't even think they're going out anymore, because they both worked at the same his hair studio, and I noticed on Instagram that she has her own hair studio now. So I don't know if they're dating anymore. I thought about getting her to cut my hair instead of him, as a form of revenge for him grabbing my crotch. And she seems like a very good hairdresser, but she's way out of my price range. She's like a rich person hairdresser. I think it was like $55 a haircut or something like that. I gotta go to Supercuts even if I get a haircut. I did go to Pete, but only every once in a while. I usually just let my hair grow out like a homeless person, and then just shave it once it just becomes completely unmanageable. But yeah, she bought my album, and I need the money, so I was gonna take the money out, but I looked in Bandcamp. Only takes PayPal, and it was connected to my old PayPal account, which I used to commit the wire fraud. So I used my new PayPal account. I connected it to it to try to make some money, try to get my money taken out. But in order to, I had to convert that PayPal account into a business account. And I had to upload my ID to turn it into a business account. And I was like, this might not be a good idea, because I mean, that was actually the third time I've ripped off PayPal. Or that was the first time I ripped off PayPal, but I butt shot. I ripped off PayPal again about 7 years ago. I sold my Nintendo 64 collection. The guy returned it because he said they were filthy, dirty copies of Nintendo 64 games, and he didn't want to have to clean them up. He's just a scummy reseller. He just buys poor people's Nintendo 64 collections and resells them for a premium price. But that's an instance where my laziness and filthiness paid off, because I really did not want to sell my Nintendo 64 account, but I had to take my dog to the cancer doctor. But he was like pissed off, and he wanted to return it, so I gave him a refund, but I made the mistake of not making him mail it back before I gave him the refund. So he wasn't going to mail it back, because he's a fucking asshole. So I spent weeks calling up PayPal, calling up eBay, trying to figure out how to get my games back. And then one fine fellow from either PayPal or eBay, I don't remember, he was like, okay, I'm going to tell you something. Just call up your bank and tell them to not accept withdrawals from PayPal, and they'll reject the refund money, and he won't get the money. So that's what I did. And then he contacted eBay that he didn't get the refund, And I had already been in touch with eBay. They flagged his account. And they were like, well, send him the games and then he'll send you the refund. So he sent me the games. Like, I got my games back, thank God. That was devastating for me. That was when I first started getting the heart palpitations. Is during that fiasco. This game looks fucking fantastic. This is the ultimate way to play Bayonetta. This is the way to play Bayonetta. So yeah, gave me the games back, but I was like, fuck this guy. I'm not giving him his refund, so I didn't give him his refund. Even though he sent the games back, I just pocketed the money. So the second time I ripped off PayPal, and then the third time was about 2 years ago. They gave me a PayPal credit card, and they gave me PayPal Pay in 4 program, and I just maxed both of those out and never paid them. So 3 times I've ripped off PayPal, and I just used new emails and just got a new PayPal account, which I think I'm going to try that again. I'm just going to like order a new debit card. Well, fuck PayPal. I don't even need another PayPal, but I think I can just order another debit card and use another email address and get another PayPal. I'm pretty sure, because I tried it today with a new email address, but I put in my debit card number, and I guess they recognize that from my banned PayPal account, so that didn't work out. But I don't need a fucking PayPal. eBay takes Venmo, and I'm able to use my debit card in the Nintendo eShop. So fuck you, PayPal. I don't even need you anymore. You're obsolete. I think PayPal owns Venmo, but obviously they have poor record keeping. If I've managed to get away with all this fucking shit. So my Venmo's still working, so I don't need PayPal. But yeah, that's my PayPal story. Thank God for the statute of limitations, because thank God I didn't get in trouble. That's some serious fucking crimes I committed, and you know, when you're manic, you don't think about that kind of shit. I was watching my videos back then from when I was manic, and I watched one of me in my underwear listening to Stand to the Fire Demon by Rocky Erickson. I'm just sitting there in my underwear, and then I take out the crossbow, and I shot the crossbow through the wall of my house. Shot the crossbow inside my house through the wall, and it put a hole in my wall. I actually thought that it went through my wall and shot into the church next door while they were having a service, but I looked the next day and I found it in my yard, so thank God it didn't kill someone. That church is now a photography studio. It's not even a church anymore. But I was like, you know, I may be fucking crazy in this video. This may be the most unhinged thing I've ever seen in my life, but I think I used to have the best YouTube channel in existence. This is the best YouTube content I've ever seen. That's why they say there's a fine line between a genius and a madman, because that was some good shit. I mean, I was suffering mentally, and just my mom was freaked out about all the shit I was posting, and Scott Jackman banned me from his wedding because I was acting so crazy. But goddamn, that was some good content. And I looked good in my underwear too. I was thin. That's the other thing about being manic. You're thin when you're manic. Now that I take medication, it's a constant struggle. Like, I have to put all my mental energy into just not being obese. I got 12 pounds to lose and I won't be obese anymore. But I have to use all my willpower to just not eat everything in sight. And I have to be a fucking vegan. Miserable ass fucking vegan. The worst thing in the world. The most unnatural human thing to be in the world. Actually, I like being vegan. It makes me feel better about myself. I love animals. And if I'm really going to be an authentic human being, as much as I love animals, I shouldn't discriminate against different animals. I don't eat my cats, so why should I eat pigs and cows and chickens and shit? Because they're animals too, no different than cats and dogs. They have their own personalities. Pigs are the fourth most intelligent animal on the planet. So why do we eat them and we don't eat cats? I have my own personal theories on that. All the animals we eat are for the most part vegetarians, vegans. People hate vegans. They want to kill them. Cats and dogs. Cats are apex predator carnivores. And dogs are predators. They come from wolves. Huskies still have the predatory instinct. I saw my dog Misha, God rest her soul, she'd start digging in the ground. And then I'll be like, why is she digging in the ground like that? Why is she so interested in digging in the ground? And it's because she was digging up a little rabbit hole and she would just eat baby rabbits like it was nothing. Like, she'd just fucking eat the baby rabbits. But yeah, I think that's why we don't eat cats and dogs, because they're predators like us and we feel a kinship with them. That they're murderers too, so we don't eat them because they're like us, but we eat the vegan animals. And that's why people hate vegans and they want to kill vegans, because they don't kill too. They're not part of the club. But I'll stop preaching, because I do fucking love Chick-fil-A and I would love a pepperoni pizza right now, but I don't want to be fat. The not killing animals thing is not enough to make me commit to being vegan. I'm able to compartmentalize the whole thing in my brain and still eat meat, like blocking it out what I'm doing, not being conscious of what I'm doing. And I think, to be completely honest, there's a dark side of the human psyche that wants to kill and eat animals. So I think it is a natural thing to eat meat. I don't think that we are herbivores, even though I've seen all this propaganda on vegan Facebook that shows like teeth of omnivores and predators and herbivores, and the human mouth is like horse teeth, and horses are herbivores. So, but I'm not buying that. I think that we probably had sharp teeth millions of years ago, but we've learned to use weapons and stuff. We don't have to bite animals to kill them. And I think our teeth have evolved. But you still run across people with straight up vampire teeth, like Tom Cruise's teeth before he got caps. He looks like a straight up fucking vampire, and he played a vampire in Interview with the Vampire. So some people still have those fucking carnivore teeth. So that's my theory. So I think being vegan is unnatural. But there's a lot of things about being a modern man that go against our nature. And it works for me. But I'm not preaching it because I don't want people to hate me even more than they already do for being vegan. Because there's just enough hate already for that shit. Okay. This is what I don't like about Bayonetta 1. I get stuck. I don't know where to go. And I've played through this same exact area so many fucking times, and I always forget where to go. I always forget what to do with this part. God damn it. I just want to make a fucking Bayonetta video and examine the angels you encountered. No. I don't know what to do. What do I fucking do? God damn it. Oh, I hate this shit. What do I fucking do? God damn it. This always fucking happens. I swear to God, every single time I play Bayonetta, I get lost in the same part, or I get stuck in the same part. Fuck, man, it's not good for the content of my channel. I might have to edit this video until I figure out what to do, because I'm not gonna sit around here fiddle fucking around. So I'm just gonna stop talking right now, figure out what to do. Oh, press B to jump and extend your jump duration. Well, I can't jump over that shit. Oh, duh. Okay, I guess I don't have to edit it. Yeah, this is definitely the best Bayonetta.
Damn it, who did that? I just bought the damn thing.
And so far,
Haven't you figured it out yet? There's no quarter for you in this.
I don't even need the automatic combo system to. This is still a button masher. I'm sure there's all kinds of fancy shit I can do, combo wise, but this is no different than the automatic combo system. But I wanted to play through this with just a little bit of challenge at least. I don't I didn't want to just go automatic on this, so I won't go automatic. It's been long enough. Been playing Bayonetta since the PS3 days. It's about time that I fucking play in normal mode. It's time for me to evolve in my Bayonetta gameplay. I just noticed she's collecting rupees instead of Sonic rings. That's a nice touch for Link Bayonetta. Getting texts. Got a text from Tyler. What's up, Tyler? If you're watching this, see, sent me a. You order pizza rolls. You just flipped on your Nintendo 64, and you have permission to stay up late. You're 40 years old, and the year is 2025. That's right. That's exactly right. That is my life. All right. Hells yeah. Living the dream. Okay. Got a text from Scott Jackaman.
Wait, Rodan. What about Eggman?
Such a popular chap. I bet they hate him down there as much as you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just talking about.
We just need to make sure he won't come crawling back when they kick him.
Yeah, we're talking about Amazon. Oh, it's gone downhill because
You heard the man. Finish up in 5
they shipped his
home to your cake and candles.
What?
his daughter's replacement Super Mario 3D World to Michigan. I was going to mail out the Jackman family video game care package today. He's finally going to get it. However the fuck long it takes for USPS Ground Advantage to mail out. But for some reason Amazon sent the toy to Michigan. And it might not get here for another 4 days. That really pisses me off. So I told him about this video I watched that Amazon's gone downhill because Jeff Bezos no longer runs it. He only owns 20% of the company now, and all of their business has been taken away from Temu. Temu. Because everybody likes Temu because their prices are like what Amazon used to be. Like 2012 Amazon was the shit. You could buy all kinds of weird weapons and shit on it. I made a whole wish list of weird weapons I wanted to buy on Amazon, but they don't sell any of them anymore. I bought coca leaf tea on Amazon in 2012. And this little like lava. You can either use baking soda or like lava stone to activate it. And yeah, it gave me a nice little buzz. I drank a lot of it too. And I was like, this is not a caffeine buzz. And I feel a little on edge. I gave some to my across the street neighbor, and he was kind of a sketchy dude. I think him and his wife owned this escort company, the Dancing Tiger, that used to be in town. So I gave him the coca leaf tea, and then one day he showed up, and he's like, "You got any more of that coca leaf tea?" And my spidey sense was tingling, and I feel like he was gonna snitch on me. So I said I threw it away. And I might have already thrown it away because I had all this tea that I threw away. I was, like, had all this tea that was old and I threw it all away. But yeah, that's the kind of shit you could buy on Amazon 13 years ago. Amazon used to be cool. No sales tax. Amazon used to be awesome. Now they can't even send me my Einstein bagels, avocado toast seasoning on time. Supposed to get here today. It was supposed to be there yesterday. They didn't even ship it. So 2 times in a row I've had to have avocado toast that I seasoned myself. Which wasn't bad. I used a variation on Gordon Ramsay's recipe. I put a little bit of minced garlic, some crushed red pepper that really brightens it up, and some lemon juice. Apparently you're always supposed to put lemon juice in the mushed up avocados for avocado toast. I didn't know that. I'm learning about avocado toast more and more every day. But the standard avocado toast is mushed up avocados, lemon juice, and everything bagel seasoning on top, and a little salt and pepper. On sourdough bread. I personally like multigrain bread, so I put mine on multigrain bread. I'm not a big sourdough bread fan. That multigrain bread, it's really good. It's made here locally in Indiana, in Evansville. I noticed I've been buying it a lot because it only comes in a half loaf. So I have to keep buying it a lot because I eat at least 2 slices of avocado toast every day. But time before last when I bought it, there was a hole in one of the bags. And I was like, that's kind of strange. There's a hole in the bag. So I just got a different bag. Or a different loaf. And then this last time I bought it, I noticed another one with a hole in the bag. But I realized there was a hole in the bag because Krogetto, the Bloomington Downtown Seminary Square Kroger, seems to have a rodent problem because the 12-grain multigrain bread had been nibbled on. Someone had gotten into it. And I think they're aware of the problem at Krogetto because I think they train the employees to deny it. So I was like, I gave it to the clerk and I was like, something got into this. And he's like, oh yeah, there's a hole in it. He didn't say, oh yeah, a fucking mouse or a rat got into this shit. Oh, you die on the normal mode. But yeah, that Kroger gets sketchier and sketchier every fucking day. It's scary going there because there's a park called Seminary Square Park where all the drug addicts hang out. And it's right next to Krogetto because it's the Seminary Square Krogetto. And then for some reason they decided to build another park right on the other side of Krogetto. It's like a nice fancy park with swinging chairs and a pickleball court. And I told my brother-in-law when I saw them building that, I was like, they're gonna just wait and see. The Seminary Square drug addicts are just gonna also hang out at that park. passed out on fentanyl on those swinging chairs. I'll just christen that park. It's going to be called Fentanyl Park. That's what I'll call it. And that's exactly what happened. They built that park to build a neighborhood. There was supposed to be a new neighborhood of affordable housing called Hopewell in Bloomington. It was going to be where the old hospital is. It was supposed to be like a new community in Bloomington, but because of the tariffs and everything and all the inflation, it went way over budget, and they're not building the houses. It's on hold. So all there is Fentanyl Park of that whole project they planned. My homeowner's insurance went up $50 a month. And I wrote a concerned but still polite letter to my my insurance agent. She says hers went up too. You know, she wanted to get together and we could figure out some ways to lower my rate by like getting less coverage and less of a deductible and shit like that. But I was just so upset that I didn't even write her back. But when my policy renewed, she tried to get to me before my policy renewed so we could try to figure it out. But she sent me a little Hallmark card saying thank you for being a customer. So I wrote her back in an email and I said, you know, I've gained a lot of perspective over the past month. I'm sorry I didn't write you back. Your card reminded me that I forgot to write you back, and just wanted to tell you thank you for the cards. Little touches like that mean everything to me. And yeah, I've gained my perspective. My mom's health insurance has tripled. I believe my drug plan is going to double. And I was listening to some people talk about doing home renovations, and they were just floored by the prices of the home renovations. Because apparently the cost of building materials has gone up, just skyrocketed because of the tariffs, like to just a ridiculous. If you want to get work done in your house, it's just ridiculous. So I said, I feel lucky my premium only went up $50 a month, because that's why you have homeowners insurance. Is if something bad happens to your house, they repair it with building materials. So it makes sense that it went up. So I reconciled with my State Farm agent. I still might switch to USAA if they let me. That's another company I ripped off. I lapsed on my car insurance about 10 or so years ago. They're charging me 3 months at a time instead of by the month. So I just stopped paying it and owed him money. And then when I first moved into this house, I tried to get homeowners insurance onto them, and they said, I'm sorry, we can't give it to you. But they send me emails all the time trying to get me to buy car insurance. So they'll probably let me back on their homeowners insurance. Because that's the thing, just like the statute of limitations, there's a credit. Your credit gets wiped after 7 years. It starts over. All your debts get cleared. Hearing myself saying all this stuff out loud, I'm a con artist, I think. Or maybe just a piece of shit. I don't think I'm clever enough to be a con artist. I don't think I could pull off a real con, but I'm a deadbeat. That's the word for it, deadbeat. But this is America. That's how you survive in this country. Laissez-faire capitalism. That's what they call it. It's a dog eat dog country. It's dog eat dog. Everybody's trying to eat me. I got to eat them. It's a morally bankrupt country. I'm just a product of my environment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's what you've been waiting for. Angel attack! Ready, fire!
God, I love Bayonetta. The fuck did I just do? I missed the bonus game. Yeah, I mean, I don't even like this game that much. It's just, I do like this game, but at the same time, it's not like Donkey Kong. It's just this game. It's a comfort. It's comforting to me. Just because I remember, I'll bring it up again. I just remember that dwarf in Walmart picking up this game, and he just had such a great energy. He could have been an angel on earth. He could have been my guardian angel because he helped me escape the trappings of a toxic relationship and sent me on a path of self-love, self-respect, and self-care. Just simply by saying, Bayonetta. That's all he had to say. He psychically healed me just by saying Bayonetta. There's a quote by the band, the Indigo Girls. Every devil I meet is an angel in disguise. Every devil I meet is a friend of mine. And I can apply that to Bayonetta because on the surface...
Sorry, what was that?
I'm not talking to you, Echo. Stop spying on me.
Were you talking to me?
Yes. No, Echo, I wasn't. I didn't even say Echo.
I'm very serious. Except when I'm not. But hey, I'm here now and ready to help with whatever you need. Richard.
Echo, you're scaring me.
Scaring you? Me? I'm about as intimidating as a digital butterfly. Though I suppose my enthusiasm can be a bit much sometimes. It's the whole boundless curiosity trapped in the smart speaker thing. What can I do to dial down the spook factor for you?
Nothing. Carry on.
All right. Catch you later, Richard.
She's been listening to me this whole time, talking about my wire fraud and everything. Echo, the statute of limitations has run out.
Ah, the legal clock has run out. When a statute of limitations expires, it's like the legal system's way of saying time's up. Creditors and prosecutors lose their power to take you to court over that matter. For criminal cases, courts lose jurisdiction entirely, but for civil stuff like debt, collectors can still bug you about payment. They just can't sue you for it anymore. It's basically legal immunity through the passage of time.
Thank you. All right, yeah. So what I was saying about
You're welcome, Nietzsche.
what I was saying about Bayonetta is, you know, that little dwarf guardian angel was a guardian angel, but Bayonetta, if you actually pay attention to the storyline, it's a pretty evil fucking game. You're you're what's called an Umbra witch with demonic powers, and all the people, or all the enemies, quote unquote, you're fighting in the game are all angels from heaven. You're like you're you're fighting a war against heaven in Bayonetta. So this is about as evil as a game that you could possibly get. So it's kind of weird, but you gotta take it with a grain of salt because it's made in Japan. The Japanese study Shintoism, so Christianity is just mythology to them. So it's, they're not, I don't think they have any sinister plot to turn people into Satanists or anything like that. They're just having fun with a different culture's theology. Just imagination. It's it's not why I like Bayonetta, because I'm a Christian. As a Christian, I have to say that. You have to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. He will save your soul. Get on your knees and pray. Repent of your sins. That's all I did one day. Raised atheist. I had run out of answers. The meaninglessness of life. And I just decided one day, I'm just going to pray to Jesus Christ and see what happens. And it's been great for me. So try it. Just try it. Give it a shot. What do you got to lose if you're unhappy with your life? Get on your knees and pray to Jesus. Have him become your personal Lord and Savior. Get baptized. Do the whole thing. Worked for me. And I'll tell you, I was a straight up Satanist. Drawing pentagrams everywhere. I tattooed 666 on my knee when I was 13 years old, but I tattooed it like upside down, so it's actually 999. I read the Satanic Bible. I dabbled in dark-sided stuff, I can tell you that much. But it led to me completely going insane. Devil's not my friend. But I feel safe enough in my faith that I can play Bayonetta. I'm not like Ned Flanders or something. I'm still an open-minded person. See, this is what I was talking about in my last video about Bayonetta 1. How do I use my witch power? Oh, there we go. You have to like do little puzzles like this to open doors, so I always get stuck in Bayonetta 1. Bayonetta 2, I never had that problem. Bayonetta 3, I haven't beaten yet. Stuck on the spider stage. I need to return Bayonetta 3 to the library now that I have my own copy that I own of Bayonetta. I'm going to CVS tomorrow. It's right by the library, so I'll return it tomorrow. Maybe I'll rent a new game. You can rent 2 games at a time at the library now. It's a resting place for a witch. There we go. That's what I needed. I guess the little puzzles in this aren't that hard. What'd that say? What the fuck? Oh, there's a door. Yeah, I really think that Nintendo brightened up the colors of this Bayonetta 1 to make it look more like Bayonetta 2, because on the PlayStation, the colors seem very drab and dreary, but these colors seem very colorful and vibrant in this Bayonetta. Okay, so I got a double jump and then extend that double jump. There we go. See, I give up too easily. And this game is a bit challenging. There's a bit of a challenge to it. You get stuck sometimes. It doesn't hold your hand for you. But I'm going to make it through this. I'm going to beat Bayonetta 1. And I'm going to beat it on the Switch. I'm not going to film myself beating it the whole time. I'm not going to make a whole Bayonetta playthrough series like I did beating Snatcher. Because Snatcher, even though it's long for a Sega CD game, maybe there's much longer Sega CD games. Even though it's long for a 1980s MSX computer game, it probably takes at least like 20 hours probably to beat Bayonetta. So yeah, I'm just gonna make a playthrough of the beginning of each of my newly acquired Switch Bayonettas. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I just want to show off that I have every Bayonetta now. I'm really happy about that. I'm really proud of myself. Okay, here's another little puzzle. Yeah, I've been playing for an hour or so. I was going to stop playing if I couldn't make it through that little puzzle, but I'll play for a little bit longer. Time flies when you're playing Bayonetta. But this Bayonetta on the Switch, first time playing it, far exceeding my expectations. Great frame rate, great color palette, great Bayonetta. How cool is it that I'm playing Bayonetta as Link from The Legend of Zelda? That's enough for me. I think I made the right decision being Link from Zelda 2. I was tempted to play as Samus. It's another iconic character, but I'm not the biggest Metroid fan. I like Metroid
And your point is?
on the
Some places in this world are closer to Paradiso or Inferno.
Super Nintendo. I can't get very far in it.
It's close to both. But it got a special air about
But I do like that. I love the atmosphere, the music, the vibe of the whole thing.
that shit just plain creeps me out.
I got Metroid on
I guess I'm gonna have to
the Wii,
score me some Halo.
made by Team Ninja. I remember that was very controversial when it came out. Accusations of chauvinism.
If you come across any of these,
They disempowered the Samus character by having her have a boyfriend or something like that.
One looking to line his pockets.
But I think that was a pretty good game. It was an interesting take on Metroid.
but let's get one thing straight.
I've not played a whole lot of Metroid Prime because I didn't have a GameCube.
I'm only here to watch
I think they re-released it to the Switch. Maybe I'll add that to my Switch
this about coming to me for help.
wish list.
No. You get one.
And they're re-releasing
Slightest bit interested in the fact
another
that
Metroid
indeed,
Prime for Switch 2 soon.
if you get in my way,
And I do want to get that because it's going to run in 120 frames per second. So far, I think the only
ass.
Switch 2 game that runs in 120 frames per second is just a short section of the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. And that's not enough for me. They have not utilized the 120 frames per second enough whatsoever, and they have not utilized the Switch 2 camera enough whatsoever.
Here for business or pleasure.
All you can do is play the DLC of a Switch 1 Mario Party game, and it's the air dodge. Dodge an enemy attack while in air. Nah. Slash an opponent with credible weakness. Well, I don't have enough money for that, I don't think. But that sounds interesting. Wait, maybe I do. Oh, it's 20,000. I have 12,000. What about weapons? Coming soon. Accessories. Can't afford that. Time to leave the gates of hell. Jesus Christ holds the keys to the gates of hell. So even maybe if I did sell my soul or be condemned to hell, like I'm constantly obsessing about in my head. Not as much anymore since I've been medicated, but Even if I die and I'm like, oh shit, I'm in hell, like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I'll just say, hey, Jesus Christ, remember we're friends. Can I borrow that key right quick? Can you get me out of here? And he'll be like, sure thing, Richard. And that's the power of Jesus Christ. So yeah, it is my duty as a Christian to preach that gospel. So if you're afraid of hell, like I was, just absolutely terrified and obsessed with hell, I think after my dad died, because I was like, I'm sure he's went to hell. Became more aware of my own mortality. I was an atheist / Satanist most of my life. So it has all hit me all at once around age 21. No, 19 even. But 21 was when it was the most intense. That's all I could think about, was going to hell. I would take Adderall, go on my MacBook computer and just look up Satan all night long, just like tweak out on Satan all night long, and hell and everything like that. It's something called hyper religiosity. It's a schizophrenic trait. It's hyper religiosity. But I just have a peace in Jesus Christ now. And my friend Adam Hanners, when I was going through all this, he said, Richard, what you need to do is just smoke weed and think about Jesus. I think the smoking weed part wasn't good advice for a schizo, because weed makes you paranoid. I should have never smoked weed. It really intensified my my paranoia. But before streaming and multi-carts and flash carts and Nintendo Switch Online, the Virtual Console, and all that kind of shit, YouTube and everything like that, life was pretty fucking boring, and you had to smoke weed to just get through the day. But we don't need to do that anymore. I haven't smoked weed in a long time. I thought I was going to be like Willie Nelson and just smoke it for the rest of my life. But not interested anymore. Which is just so strange to me. Never thought I'd get to that point, but a lot of people just grow out of it. I just grew out of it. Just grew out of just the thought of smoking weed to me right now gives me a panic attack. To get into that state of mind, the weed state of mind. I just don't want to ever do that again. I have to be strong. I have to be strong for my cats. They have health problems. I have to keep my strength. And I think weed is great for introspection and letting your guard down and being vulnerable and honest with yourself. But that's just not something I can do in my life right now. I'm not in my current situation in life is I have to have blind strength. Strength is all I gotta know. Hate breeders, whoa. I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong for my pets. I gotta fucking get it together. Yeah, this is definitely more colorful than any other version of Bayonetta. I just gotta have blind, arrogant strength gotta be connected to my divine masculine, my yang. It's either the yin or the yang. Reiki with Anna talks about it. It's like, the yin and the yang. One's feminine, one's masculine. I have to be very masculine right now, very strong. I guess I have to be feminine too, because I have to be nurturing to my pets. But I have to be very stoic, very responsible, very just take care of the shit I have to take care of, without even thinking about it, without questioning it, because I have to take care of my cats because they're old as fuck, and they can't have some guy smoking weed, being all spaced out all the time, blocking out life. Because I got shit I got to do for them, and I got money I got to spend on them, and I can't be wasting on weed. If I smoked weed right now, I would just be thinking, oh my God, my cat has cancer. What am I going to do? Oh my God. And I would just be like dissecting every little thing, thinking, is this a sign she needs to go to the doctor? Is it blah, 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 blah? Is she dying right now? Is she actively dying right now? Oh my God, the whole world's coming down, crashing down upon me. I can't think in that. I can't be in that state of mind right now. So I get the whole vegan straight edge thing, because I mean, for all intents and purposes, I am vegan straight edge, and gives you a self-righteous sense of empowerment. It really does. Fredrick Nietzsche, the evil satanic existentialist philosopher, speaks of something called, he's all about power. His final writings, when he was syphilitic with a brain tumor, came up with this whole idea of the will to power. That where I find life, I find the will to power. And he defined power as the ability to change things you want to change and keep things from changing that you don't want to change. And that every human being has this will to power. I think he stole it from Kierkegaard. He had the will to something else, who was a Christian. But he speaks of something called empowerment through self-denial. That disempowered people can actually feel empowered by abstaining from certain things. They can find power through that. And my self-denial is being sober and vegan. And I do feel empowered by that. I feel energized. It makes me feel good. It's good for my mental health. It's good for me. It's working for me right now. So don't hate on me, please. It's just what's working for me right now. If keto worked for me, I would feel empowered by not eating bread. But I would choose bread over meat any day. I just fucking love bread. I love bread. And on that note, I'm not going to make this video too long. It's already too long, so I'm going to continue playing Bayonetta, but you won't see it because I won't be recording it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.